figured spending a few hours with Grandma and her bingo friends was a pretty fair price to pay for a week's worth of snacks from the vending machine in the school cafeteria. Grandma and her friends are experts at bingo. Then they are real serious about it too. They have all sorts of gear like lucky blotters and bingo trolls and stuff like that to help them win. One of Grandma's friends is so good that she memorizes all her cards and she doesn't even need to use a blotter to mark them off. For some reason, tonight Grandma and her friends weren't winning like they usually do. But then, on the coverall game, I got every square. I yelled out, "Bingo!" real loud. And then the clerk came over to check my card. It turns out I messed up and covered a couple of squares that I shouldn't have. The clerk announced that my win wasn't good, and everyone else in the room was pretty happy that they could keep playing. Grandma told me not to call so much attention to myself if I called out bingo again, because the regulars don't like it when a newcomer wins. I thought Grandma was pulling my leg, but sure enough, the regulars sent out one of their ladies over to intimidate me. And I have to admit, she did her job really well. Friday. Well, today's wasn't exactly my best day ever. For starters, I flunked my science test, so it probably would have been a good idea to have studied last night instead of spending 4 hours at bingo. I fell asleep in 6th period today, and this time I was out cold. Mr. Watson had to shake me to get me to wake up. As a punishment, I had to sit in the front of the room. That was just fine with me, because at least up there I could sleep in peace. Snore. I just wish someone woke me up when 6th period ended, because I didn't wake up until the next period started. Snark? The class I woke up in was taught by Mrs. Lowry. Mrs. Lowry gave me detention, and on Monday I'm gonna have to stay after school to serve it. Tonight I was totally jittery from my sugar withdrawal, but I didn't have any money to go buy a soda or candy from the convenience store, so I did something I am not real proud of. I went to Rowley's and dug up the time capsule we buried in his front yard, but I only did it because I was desperate. I took the time capsule back to my house, opened it up, and got out my $3. Then I went down to the convenience store and bought myself a big soda, a pack of gummy bear, and a candy bar. I guess I feel a little bad that the time capsule me and Rowley put together didn't stay buried for a few hundred years. On the other hand, it's kind of neat that one of us got to open it, because we had actually put some really good stuff in there. I played with Rowley's video games and other stuff he got for Christmas all night long. Monday. I didn't really know what to expect from detention, but when I walked into the room, the first thought I had was, I don't belong in here with these future criminals. I took the only empty seat, which was right in front of this kid named Leon Rickett. Leon is not the brightest kid in our school. He was in detention because what he did when a wasp landed on the window in homeroom. I found out that all you do in detention is sit there and wait for it to be over. You're not allowed to read or do your homework or anything, which is a pretty dumb rule, considering that most of the kids in there could really use the extra study time. Mr. A was the moderator, and he more or less kept an eye on us. But every time Mr. A looked away, Leon would flick my ear or give me a wet willy or something like that. Eventually, Leon got careless and Mr. Ray caught Leon with his finger in my ear. Mr. Ray said if he caught Leon touching me again, he was gonna be in big trouble. Yes, Mr. Ray. I knew Leon was just gonna go back to bugging me, so I decided to put a stop to it. As soon as Mr. Ray's back was turned, I slapped my hands together to make it seem like Leon hit me. Ouch! Mr. Ray turned around and told Leon he was gonna have to stay another half an hour and that he had detention again tomorrow. On the way home, I was wondering if I made the smartest move back there at the school. I'm not exactly the fastest runner, and a half an hour isn't that big for a head start. Tuesday. Tonight, I realized all of my current problems can be traced back to when someone in my family started stealing the lunch snacks, so I decided to catch the thief once and for all. I knew Mom had gone grocery shopping over the weekend, so there was a fresh supply of snacks in the laundry room. That meant the snack thief was pretty much guaranteed to strike. After dinner, I went in the laundry room and turned off the light. Then I climbed in an empty basket and waited. About half an hour later, someone came in the room and turned on the light. So I hid under a towel, but it turns out it was just Mom. I stayed perfectly still while she got clothes out of the dryer. Mom didn't notice me in there, and she dumped the clothes from the dryer right into the bin where I was hiding.